Good morning, campers. Let's do a love reading. We're going to do, well, not love reading. We're going to do divine feminine, divine masculine check in, just like we did yesterday. Same way, even same decks I grabbed, but for different collectives. So if yesterday's reading didn't resonate, perhaps this one will be yours. I am sensing, as I open the channel, a little bit of insecurities maybe being activated, maybe not insecurities, a little bit of like fear and shame around being fully your authentic self. So maybe, well, let's see, maybe something happened that made you doubt the journey that you're currently at, the things that you're currently exploring. Let's see, let's start from the feminine. What's the emotion? What's the emotion? What, we have two. Oof. We have stop and we have frustration. Two red cards, and they were showing me a blockages around the bottom chakra. So there's something that you're trying to push through, you're trying to power through. There's been a blockage put in front of you, I'm hearing, and you're not necessarily yet in that moment of the journey when you're ready to accept immediately that this is either just a test or just randomness of life. There are no coincidences in life, but there is randomness, right? There's a reason I'm saying this, and you're getting a little frustrated with yourself, I'm hearing, or maybe with people as well. Let's see, let's do one more for your first row. Quite heavy energy. That's what I was sensing. Oof. Energy. All are red. Stop frustration and energy. I'm sensing there is some sort of an energy shift. Maybe you should work on your bottom chakras. Maybe you should do some root chakra meditation. There are some fears, some shames that are being activated within you. I'm hearing around authenticity, a lack of stability when it comes to your authenticity. Maybe this collective, you're trying to I'm hearing some of you, Melo, we'll tap into that a little bit more, but I'm hearing something around discovering your purpose and discovering your gift and trying to make living out of that, right? I'm sensing this newbie energy, right? So it's like whatever is it that's been activated with you, you're trying to really implement this into your life, but there's a little bit of frustration. There are blockers, maybe things are not going the way you would like them to go, and you get a little bit frustration. But they teaching you, I'm hearing they teaching you to work with energy, including your own. That moment, deviation, but I'm guided to say this to you, that moment that we truly start stepping into our passion, our gift, right, on a divine feminine journey, we discovered this is what I was supposed to do, this is what I was supposed to, whether you start hearing things and seeing things, or you're being guided towards becoming a shaman, a reader, an energy healer, a palm reader, whatever that is, right? Because all divines are healers. Period. No exceptions. All divines are healers. Not all divines will go towards a career related to spirituality, but all divines will go towards a career related to their true passion, to their true purpose, and their true gift, right? And the moment you discover that you're a healer, that it's part of your journey, you really have to learn to work with your own energy, because we're all empaths. We all feel the energy of other people. We all sense the energy in the room. And if we don't know how to properly differentiate our own emotion, and if we're not stable in our own emotion, we're going to pick up the emotions of others as our own. So maybe they're showing you something. Let's do 3 more related to this, so you start learning. 2 more. All right. Trust at the bottom of the deck. Trust the process. It's not an easy process. Okay, we have 2 pink ones, which is beautiful. Energy of love. We have disruption and we have comfort. disruption is on top of that stop. So I feel like, yes, you are exploring new journey, this collective, right? We'll tap into details in a moment. You are exploring a new journey, and there are some disruptions. Maybe you wanting to gain things too fast, to do things too fast. Maybe this collective, I'm hearing you struggle with that newbie energy, right? You have to be a newbie to become great at something. You have to be a student to one day become a teacher, and then one day become a master. It's a natural process. Even if you have most amazing, powerful gift, right, within you, you will have to learn how to deal with that gift, how to work with other people, how to work with your craft, learn bits and pieces. And I always say this: true healers and true readers, true shamans, it is within us, right? It's because we discover spirituality, we open our channel, we connect to the divine, and we just know things. We just know things, we just know how to do things. But that doesn't mean change a fact, that there are certain things that we have to figure out, certain things that we perhaps have to learn, certain things that we have to gain with experience, certain humbleness that we have to gain with experience, certain tricks, tools, ways of doing things that we have to gain with experience. So maybe you're questioning yourself. Maybe you're in this moment of saying, oh, if it really was my gift, I would know how to do this better. I wouldn't have doubts in what I do. It would my business would be successful sooner, right? But it's no. What do I always say about the blockages? They're tests. They're creating a person you're supposed to be. Then look what's going. If you are discovering some sort of spirituality for yourself, look what's going on around social media. Look how few of us, I'm not judging anyone, I'm not criticizing, but how few of us are truly focused on helping others, on following our passion, or on being authentic, on doing things, following our own values, being humble, not telling people what to do, and not in the opposite side of the coin, doing this out of the place of ego, out of the place of, I know better. I'm going to give you just like 2-minute reading that you won't be able to know whether that's yours. I'm just going to tell you that your divine is across the corner, or give you information that anyone who's in a karmic connection will confuse this, right? So if you are a true healer, if you truly have a gift, they have to prepare you for the journey of toning down your there's a moment of this spiritual arrogance on this journey always, right? Like, we think we deserve things, we think we're better at those things, we think that if we're good, we're supposed to have people, customers, likes and follows. It's not how it works. Sometimes it's built so gradually. Yes, some people get granted this. We all have different journeys. Again, there's a reason I'm saying you all this. Maybe you're comparing yourself to others. Maybe you see people online and like, oh my god, they're saying nonsense and they have like so many likes and comments, and I'm really trying my best, and it's not. It's all a test. Everything happens for a reason. We have comfort that's on top of that frustration. With that, I've heard getting out of your comfort zone, and that's frustrating you a little bit, right? But follow your passion, follow your craft. There's always, in the beginning, we always feel uncomfortable. There's always this newbie energy, and it's one of the things that we have to break through. It's fine. I don't understand, what people say that, oh, I'm going to trust this person because they have more followers. I'm going to trust this person because they've been doing it longer. Sometimes, yes, it's the case. Sometimes our journeys are so particular and so difficult. We suffer so much that we do need an expert with more compassion and more experience and more knowledge. But even that person, and that person, if truly is a person of gift, they would know that if I'm a master, I wouldn't be here. If one day in the past, I wouldn't be a newbie. So just enjoy when it's new, it's beautiful. You're learning, you're exploring, there's this curiosity. So enjoy that, and we have happiness. And that's on top of that energy. And another red card, there is a strong sense of fear in this collective. But I'm hearing with this, enjoy the process. They will come. You're going to do this every day. You're going to do this as your job. You're going to have to deal with different challenges like burnout, like dealing with other people's energy, right? Being that healer, it is challenging, it is exhausting, it is difficult. And even if it's your life's purpose and your biggest passion, it can be overwhelming. So the day will come that you will actually do it as your job. And again, there are always going to be challenges. We think, and I say this on this journey all the time, we think our union with our divine, it's end game. We think us starting to make money out of our gift, right, and living our purpose, it's the end game. But it's not. It's just a milestone. The journey continues. There's always challenges, there's always difficulties, there's always opportunity to grow. So just trust the process. Enjoy the phase of the journey that you're at. And I'm really hearing with this that they're trying to teach you how to deal with energy. That's number one. And number two, to be happy and to enjoy it. It's fun. You're getting your first, if you're a reader, getting your first tarot decks. And, if you're an energy reader, a healer, like a Reiki healer or a shaman, going to like your first courses, getting your first books and exploring things. Even like I said, things internally, there's certain things that we always have to learn and explore. So it's exciting being able to do this for fun. And trust me, I know this for a fact. People who had to been thrown into that journey of a gift from one day to another, and it wasn't gradual. The gifts and the activations, they wouldn't happen gradually, right? From one day to another. It's incredibly difficult. It's so overwhelming that it's just pain. There's a reason they're opening each door separately for you, so you can adjust your body, your mind, your heart to these energies. All right, that's beautiful, because it also means that at this moment of the journey, your focus is shifting a little bit on self, on your gifts, on your purpose, which is nice. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what comes through. What's going on? Hello. What's going on with this feminine? What's going on in her life? What's going on? We have beginnings. We have absence. Let's do a few more. One more. All right. That's your first row. We have beginnings, which is a beautiful energy. So you would be on a newbie journey, right? New sort of a journey. There's certain things being shown to you, certain directions being shown to you. We have absence. We have missed opportunities. We have dishonesty. And we have destiny. Beginnings and destiny, this is your first and your last card, right? So this collective, you would feel that you are on a verge of a new journey, that something new is starting, that something new, you're exploring something new, and that is something that is destined for you. With this absence, I keep going on a fence in my mind, whether that's the absence of your masculine or absence of something else. It can be both. It can be different for each and every one of you. We'll clarify in a moment what's the ruling energy here, but I'm sensing it's like you feel something is missing, right? So you're on a destined path, something new is starting, but you still feel absence of something in your heart, right? It's like you feel maybe that's it, what I mentioned to you, right? That for a very long time we don't enjoy the journey, we focus on the destination, but there is no destination, it's just milestones, right? But maybe there is certain milestone that you want to achieve. Maybe you are lacking a little bit of patience. I'm feeling this dishonesty is a little bit dishonesty with yourself, right? So maybe you're not seeing things right. Maybe you think that like I said, if things were for you, they would just come in, right? If this was my person, they would be here. If this was my career, it would be easier. No. And I always say this. Do you really think that what's on your highest, most aligned timeline, the biggest happiness, the biggest, goal, the biggest dream come true, the biggest fulfillment, it would be granted like that? It comes with challenges, and sometimes, when I read for people, sometimes people say, oh, but I know this and that person and they were always happy, it just came so easy, they met someone like a soulmate. They have a different journey. Maybe for them it's that resting life because they've been through challenges and harsh lessons in past lifetimes. Maybe in this lifetime they want to learn something completely different that needs to come with that sense of it really just came to me, right? You don't know. You cannot know. We don't know to the fullest, even our own journey. How are you supposed to know the purpose of other people? Stop comparing. I feel this collective, you are comparing. It's like I always say this, the basket analogy, right? Look at your own basket, what you have, not what other people have. Look what you have and alchemize that. Learn to work with that, with what you have, not what you don't have. It's like you're not seeing things completely right, and you're thinking about things that perhaps that they were missed opportunity. And I always say this, sometimes it's coming to my mind for a reason. Sometimes we're not being granted things immediately, not just because, yes, there's always test preparation. We have to become a person that will be able to hold this energy, whether that's a career or a person. Sometimes other people involved need to have that opportunity and that journey of growth as well. But more than anything, sometimes certain things have to happen before, right? So maybe you're not yet being able to do your passion as a job, because the job you're currently doing, there's still something that you have to achieve there. Learn that. People who are there, maybe you have to change their life, maybe you have to be that influence, maybe there's some karmic contracts that need to be complete, and similarly with your person. So it's just trusting the process. What's with this new beginnings, new direction? We have unappreciated confirmation. So you started doing something and you don't feel appreciated. You feel like you're putting your best self, your best effort. Divine feminine. That's interesting because that's on top of that absence. I feel there's an element of the essence of divine feminine I'm hearing that you're not getting. There's something still missing. You're not yet in your divine state, again, which is fine because it's very difficult to achieve and it's a journey. It's being granted gradually. We have reveal. That's on top of that missed opportunities. Hold on, let me finish the your second row, and I think I will want to clarify that because I'm hearing different things. It's like you found out something that now, because of that revelation, you feel that this is a lost opportunity. Understanding. Inseparable. Our love is always there despite the distance. Okay. So I feel this collective, you are on you are at this moment of the journey that you know it was destined, right? It's like, you are walking towards your highest, most aligned timeline, right? You wouldn't be questioning at this point completely and all the time, am I delulu, right? Things are starting to make sense for this collective, right? Yes, you do feel it's taking too long. Yes, you don't yet understand why this journey takes so long, and it has to take a long time. Separation is and has to be long. I always say that it's on average true separation, not from the moment you meet your person. True separation on average 2, 3, 4 years on average. To some, yes, maybe on some occasion it's going to be a little bit less, but to some it's going to be significantly more. And it's part of the journey not know how long your separation will last. It's part of the journey to trust, accept, to go with the flow. And the fact that your separation won't be those 2 years, but it will be 8, it doesn't mean that you're not good at this. It doesn't mean that you failed. It doesn't mean that you had to repeat cycles. It's just your journey. So stop comparing. Again, it's a thing for this collective. Maybe you had certain things to do, and my personal belief that those of us divine feminines that will walk the path of a healer, actual spiritual healer, right? Like I said in the past previous parts, it's not the case for all feminines, but those of us who will walk that path of dealing with people's vulnerability, of helping others to go through this journey as well, and the journey of life, right? So being a reader, a shaman, whatever that is for you, it gets a little bit longer for us than it would be in different case, because we have to go through all the spectrum of emotions. We have to really understand to be able in the future to help people, right? To really strip every layer. There's a reason it was coming to my mind. So I think at this point, this was destined. This person was inseparable from you. Their energy is inseparable. I'm not sure whether you're at the moment of full trust. I think not yet, but at this point, no one would be able to tell you that this is not your twin, that this is your karmic, right? It's like, maybe you doubt certain things. How long will it take? Will I ever get there? Will he ever get there? Will we ever get there? There's certain things that you're still not understanding, right? You're being a little bit dishonest with yourself. You're occasionally looking from a place of ego. You're not understanding the full essence of the journey just yet, but you're starting to walk the path of the divine feminine. You're starting to walk the path of your purpose. You're starting to understand that the void that you feel within, the absence of certain things that you feel within, it's not just about your divine, but it's also about your purpose, your gifts, your mission in life, and you start to walk the path of that fulfillment. I want one more for that missed opportunity, because I feel like this collective, you found out something. One or two more. I feel you found out. Okay. One more. Okay. I was since we have divine masculine and we have soul contract, right? So we have divine masculine and divine feminine. So it's a confirmation. This is truly your divine pairing, and this collective you would know, right? At this point, you wouldn't be one of those people that just meet someone and I'm my twin, or one of those people who are actually in a journey but start questioning, maybe this is my karmic, maybe this is what's just maybe you don't know how it's going to end, how long it's going to take. Maybe you're still impatient, you're still in pain. Maybe you're still not grasping the whole idea of the purpose of the journey. But it's like at this point, this is the other half of your soul, your counterparts, right? This is your one day divine masculine, because you're not in your divine feminine just yet. So they definitely wouldn't be in their divine masculine. But we have a soul contract. Lessons I need to learn. This was with that missed opportunity and that reveal, right? We're clarifying these two. I feel that you found out something, this collective, in your life. Some sort of a truth was revealed, that you're looking back and you're starting to think maybe this was a missed opportunity, right? So maybe this can be a detail for some of you. Maybe you found out that your person is connected to someone else, that they're in a relationship, or that they're seeing someone, and maybe because you have the belief that it's the other half of your soul, maybe you're thinking, well, they might have soul contracts with someone. There's a reason I've mentioned this, that sometimes we do have soul contracts that we need to complete on our own. So maybe you are trusting that they still have life lessons that they need to learn. They still have soul contracts that they need to go through. But there is some sort of a huge test and a disruption right now for you on this journey that is just trying to teach you to trust. whether there's, I'm sensing a third party energy, right? So for some of you, it might be that this person, your person, is connected to someone else in a relationship, seeing someone. For some of you, it may be that they just I don't know why, I just also heard travel. So maybe they moved, maybe they went. For some of you, a detail, they went to a different location. There is some sort of a third party interference, but you're trying to, yes, it's causing pain because you're not seeing things completely right just yet, but in the same time, you are trying to understand this. It's like, yes, it's my person, so maybe you doubt you're gonna be reunited in this lifetime, but at this point, this collective, they'll make this fit. You're not doubting ever that this is your person, right? And we gain this trust gradually. This is how this happens on this journey, right? So the first thing is that we get out of the doubt, because in the beginning we go in and out. Maybe this is my karmic, maybe I'm being delulu, maybe this is just a guy that was supposed to awaken me, maybe he's not feeling it, he's not acting right. 555 on the timer. And then we move to that phase when we already know that this is our person. We know you are the other half of my soul. I love you. I have always loved you. I will always love you. But we're still not sure. Are twins supposed to get into union? Is this going to happen for us? Are we really going to get there? Maybe it was just a catalyst to awaken me to my purpose, because that's something you're exploring, right? And once we get into truly our divine feminine state, we have this trust where we know that this is our lifetime. And maybe it's going to take 1 more year. Maybe it's going to take 20 years. I cannot know my journey, and I'm okay with that. And for this collective, it would sound weird that you would be okay with that, but you would be okay with that, because the journey of some twins is to come to union relatively quickly, because the mission of the two is important, and that's what they planned. But some pairings, they will plan a very, very long separations, already being in their divine state, because they will have some big karmic contracts to, and soul contracts to complete. All right, let's confirm your energy in tarot, and then we're going to move into your masculine. What's going on with this feminine? What's the energy of the feminine? Ooh. 5. Okay, your first cards. 5 of coins. 5 of coins. Not the nicest energy. This is this blockage, right? This is your opening card. You would now feel like there's we have Knight of Coins in reverse. We have Knight of Swords upwards. We have 7 of Coins, and we have Judgment in reverse. They're confirming, right? Because we were, since the beginning and since the first spread, we were talking that you are doubting, that you have issues with that self-esteem, right? Not feeling comfortable in this newbie energy. You're in the moment of this journey when, you know, you're tapping into your life's purpose and your gift, right? And it feels very uncomfortable. Something happened also. I feel that newbie and the doubt, it happened for a reason, right? So some sort of this rejection. I wanna feeling rejected, feeling unappreciated. So maybe you started doing something that is part of your gift. Maybe you received a bit of a negative feedback, or someone left a negative comment underneath your video, and you took it to the heart, or whatever is it that you're posting, whatever is it that you're doing, and you took it to heart. And it's very difficult, and I always say this, whatever people may want to believe it or not, but whatever we say, whatever we do, it comes from a place of our own internal feelings, right? So if someone, you know, goes ahead and leaves a comment, let's say you do readings and you started doing readings and you do collectives, you're posting, or you're doing some energy work, right? And someone will comment underneath, that's nonsense, or you're ridiculous, or that doesn't resonate, or that's not true. You really have to get to the moment when you will have the comfort and confidence to understand that they're saying this from a place of wounding, right? And just with an open, compassionate heart to respond. Well, that's your way of viewing things. It doesn't necessarily say anything about how I do things and who I am. And I can share this with you from my own experience. Whenever someone, be it they're on a journey, right? And you're a reader and you post things, whenever someone leaves a comment, underneath my videos that is very aggressive or passive aggressive or very bitter or very no, you already know by default that they're in a place of wounding, because the divine feminine, person who accepts their destiny, person who's healed, person who is at peace, they would never direct, whether that's in live or in anonymous comment, something nasty in a nasty, aggressive, painful way towards another person, because we understand. So even when I see something that triggers me, right? Let's say there's someone who does something online and I completely disagree. I think they're doing something that is harmful or they sharing misinformation. I wouldn't say this and express this in an aggressive way. So you have to understand that, and you have to start dealing with people's feedback in a different way. Feedback, proper feedback, is very amazing and is very appreciated always, but only when it comes from a place of peace and balance and it's being transmuted to someone. The form matters, how we say things, what words do we choose, what emotion we say things when we say them, right? So it's something that you need to still learn, not to take things personally. I'm hearing this collective, not to think that, a comment of someone who's wounded and now you immediately don't want to do what you're doing. You have to push through. These things are just tests, right? So I think you are dealing with something, this collective, that like for the first time you heard something that it's like, am I really on the right journey? With that Knight of Coins, they really, it's a test of perseverance. It's a test of, are you sure that, do you know in your heart that this is what you need to do no matter what anyone says? It's part of what we do. It's just being a healer, putting ourselves out there, living our authentic self, being that divine feminine. That's so few of us. It seems like a lot, but if you think that there's 8 billion souls in this planet, really few of us. So the pyramid goes like this, and we're right here. We're in this 10%. So most people in this world will think that we're crazy, will think that they're the Lulu, right? It's part of the game. So you really have to sit in the comfort of your authenticity and knowing that it's other way around. And just allow people to think whatever they think, because you know that it's part of their journey, right? But it's definitely this, it's like you are just on the beginning of your journey. They're testing your perseverance. They're testing your acceptance that it's a long journey, right? To having patience, to planting seeds, to learning certain things. It's like gardening, right? You cannot plant a seed and have a huge oak the next day. It takes time, and just enjoy this journey. Enjoy every stage. You feel a little stuck right now. You don't understand that, again, that we keep going back to those karmic lessons that have to be complete. You put yourself down instead of understanding that everything that happens is just part of my journey. I feel that there is something, it can be one thing or it can be two separate things. I feel two separate things, but first is that feedback, and the second one, it's you found out something that really made you, that also really made you question your journey. But everything is happening for a reason. Okay. We have fall equinox, a few months preparing for change, right? So I think this collective, you might be standing in front of few months that will be a little challenging, right? Few months that you will be going through that feeling of doubt, that feeling of rejection. They're really preparing you to stand a little more firm in your power and to really feel that you are... I'm hearing that you're going to start understanding within the next few months. Things will happen, difficult lessons, difficult challenges, but once you get out of on the other side of the tunnel, you will understand that the journey is long, and there's a reason the journey is long, and you will start to make your peace with the fact that the journey is long, and you will switch yourself more to the place of gratitude, right? Thank you for every lesson. Thank you for every stage. We have Page of Wands, and that's in reverse, and that's on top of that Knight of Coins. Right now, you would be feeling very heavy. You would be feeling that it makes no sense, that you're stuck, that you're making an effort, that you're not seeing any progress. You have no ideas how to, how to continue your journey. Maybe you're even questioning if you are on the right journey, if you are on the right path. There's something... I feel you do feel a little bit, we have Three of Swords, you're a little bit heartbroken. So maybe when you discovered your gift and you were feeling very, excited, and you like jumped all in and you started doing things and following your purpose. But now suddenly it's like you're a little bit heartbroken that things are not going the way that they're supposed to go. But what they're teaching you is that Seven of Coins energy, that good things take time, take patience, take effort. You cannot just like, if you're a newbie, right, whatever it is that you do, let's say energy reader, tarot reader, intuitive, whatever that is, shaman, right? If you discover that, and the next day they put you in a situation when all your gifts are activated, all your channels are on, and you start having like a bunch of people signing up for sessions with you, you would get too overwhelmed. You would not be able to do this. It's difficult. People don't realize how exhausting it is to connect to energy of another person, because when we connect on session, even if it's a collective, but when we connect to someone individually, we feel their emotions. If you watch me, you know that I sometimes cry, I sometimes laugh. It's like you feel how the person that you read is feeling, if you're a true energy reader, true healer. So it's exhausting. We have to cleanse ourselves. We have to take care of our own energy. We often transmute that energy ourselves through the symptoms of our body. So it's something that you need to learn, and that learning takes time. So don't be heartbroken. Try to focus on the gratitude. I think it's this lack of progress. You're not seeing progress and you're not happy. You think that Four of Wands in reverse, that you're never going to get there. You're questioning. Don't. I think for this collective, you're dealing with two things. I think that, yes, you're on everything, that the key element here is that your own journey, right? Everything that we said about like the newbie energy, right? The doubting, but in between all this, I do feel that something happened with your masculine. We'll tap into his energy in a moment. That something happened with your masculine. You found out certain things, maybe from him directly or maybe from someone else. I feel like it was harsh. It was unexpected. It was, you didn't see it coming. It was this truth kind of energy that... But you know what, I'm sensing with this a little bit of sneakiness, a little bit of a mask, a little bit of, so maybe you found it out from someone who actually said this to you with a purpose of hurting you, with a purpose of dysregulating you. All right, we focused a lot. I want to jump a little bit quicker through the energy of your masculine, because I think for this collective at this moment of time, it would be more important your journey, your emotion, because you're going through, it's like they're adjusting this energy, right? You're going through difficult things. So let's just quickly see what's going on with your masculine. Maybe it will give us a little bit more clarity about that one element that we're missing, that revelation. What's the energy of this masculine? First three, okay. Okay, first card is success, which is nice. Second card is ghost. And the third one is confidence. He would be, everything happens for a reason, right? So with that ghost, I know that this collective, we have reflection, that you are still processing I think in the past readings we were talking about it was quite, it was that collective. We have anger and we have ghosted. This is this collective when you have been ghosted, and this person was incredibly angry that they actually ghosted you and how things played out between you. Let me do one more. Last one. Isolation. Yeah. And we have consciousness. There is some level of, at the bottom of the deck, he is gaining some sort of a consciousness, right? So first card being success, I think this person feels quite confident right now, right? So there are certain things, I think they're also following their path with this reflection. Well, I always talk about this, twins oftentimes on this journey, most part of this journey, we reflect each other and each other's journey, but in a very different way. That's why it's sometimes difficult to recognize. So your focus is now is your gift, right? Your purpose, your career. And I think for this person as well. So maybe they did, remember we said something about, you know, new opportunities moving away. So maybe they did get certain opportunity when it comes to work and they moved to another city, to another country. That's something that you found out, and it kind of, in your mind, it closed the door. It's like they're pursuing something completely different, but they would be focused right now on their career. They would be feeling quite successful. I think that they're also, they are gaining confidence, which is a good thing, because it's a thing for the masculines, right? They struggle with lack of confidence. So there is something like the success, this confidence, and maybe that's why you also go through this emotion, right? So I always say this, we work as a team. Any emotion that we go through, any challenge that we go through, we transfer that energy through red threads to our counterpart, right? So if you're both dealing with matters of self-confidence, right? So whenever you go through that negative, whether that's negative comment, negative feedback, try to go through it like a boss. Try to really sit in your confidence, right? And that will help him as well. He would definitely be in a moment of isolation. So maybe, you know, in the past cycles, this person did come through, but eventually they did ghost you, which caused a lot of anger and a lot of aggression and a lot of doubt in them, and you obviously as well. I'm feeling in you more sadness, in them more aggression, but it's like they got out of this thinking it happened for a reason. I'm not ready for this, right? Everything. So maybe they do think that everything happens for a reason, that they need a little bit of solitude. They need a little bit of isolation. It's like there's this energy of a new beginning, right? So they also are starting some sort of a new venture, right? So whether for some of you, again, that is a detail. Maybe for some of you it is moving to another city, another country, starting a new job, starting a new career. It can be just getting promoted. I just heard as well is something around what they do that put them in a place of success, right? So they're being granted something to gain a little bit of confidence. And sometimes, you know, there's a reason everything happens, and divine really is an amazing puppet master. So because we share that energy, maybe that success was granted to them to build a little bit of confidence, yes, to help them to ascend, to help them to progress, but also to help you to deal with your issues with confidence, because they're feeling very, you know, confident and successful right now, and they're having that moment that things are going well, right? They're feeding this energy to you, which is beautiful. All right. But when it comes to you, your relationship, there is anger for things that were done. It's like they're angry with themselves. Let's see what's going on in their life. Let's use the same deck. What's going on with this masculine? Face down. 3. One more. Okay, so the first one is detachment. So they would be trying to detach from the journey right now. They would be trying, there is this sense of guilt. We have guilt as well. There is this sense of guilt for things that happened, for how they treated you, for how they ghosted you. There's been an anger that they haven't addressed and they haven't properly dealt with. But they're trying to focus on their 3D life. They're trying to focus on other things, to detach from the thought of you. I'm hearing from even considering it. Does it make sense? Does it make no sense? Is it going to happen? Is it destined? No. It's like they would be completely numb to any thought of that relationship. We have commitment, we have soul contract, and we have unexpected outcome. So something unexpected is happening in their life. It is around commitment. I will clarify that in a moment, but I am hearing this masculine is connected to a third party. There is a certain soul contract that they need to complete. Maybe they didn't expect that. I just saw the pregnancy card from my other deck. Maybe that's a detail for some of you. With this unexpected, I feel they thought they terminated contract and a relationship with someone. They wouldn't obviously call it a contract, but that they actually terminated it. But something unexpected happened, and they're still tied to, let's clarify. They're still tied to this person, to this third party. Two more. Okay, so the first one is habits. I don't know if I will ever change. That's on top of that heart fog. They're definitely fogged. They're not understanding their emotions. They're not understanding the matters of the heart. So they trying to detach from you. I think this is more because I'm hearing the last moment of encounter, right? So what happened between the two of you the last time you saw each other, that or talked to each other, right? So some of you may have not even got to see your counterpart. It was just like a conversation. You were supposed to see each other, and then this person ghosted. It made them very angry. What they did, it's like they couldn't help themselves but to run away, but to go back into hiding again. And it's like they're trying to detach because at this moment they realize that they are hurting you with their behavior. I don't think this masculine thinks that they can change. We have guilt and we have foundation. So they would feel guilty for how they treat you, for how they acted with you. I think they're understanding in their mind, they would think that your life was so different from their life that they don't have the same foundation. They don't have the same structure. They have certain habits. Hold on. Sorry, someone was messaging me and I had to respond. Certain habits that they don't feel like they can change, right? So maybe before they reached out to you, there was also a moment of separation and they were trying to work on certain things, and then they reach out and again they ghosted, right? And they're now sitting in this, I will never change. There's certain things I won't overcome. It's just like I've been through things. You know, this energy, and I don't mean to be mean to masculines, but you know, I lay it out the way it is always. That energy of like, oh, my wounds are too deep. My darkness is too dark. I will never overcome this. Which is a lie, which is ridiculous. There is no darkness too dark not to find the light. There is no wound too deep not to be able to heal it. It just comes with an effort, right? It comes with patience. But right now, they don't have it. It's like they know something within them would need to change on a very base level, would need to heal, would need to be explored. And they don't have belief that they can heal. So they're trying to detach from you and your journey completely. We have space. That's on top of that commitment. We have holding back. And we have time. That's on top of that soul contract. What I'm hearing with this is that I'm going to try to be very generic, because the little details that I'm hearing, it may be just for some of you, right? But on a generic level, what needs to resonate with all of you in order for you to be your collective is that there is a third party karmic interference in the life of your masculine. They thought they got rid of that already, they closed it out, right? That it was in the past, but in a very unexpected way, that karmic returned, right? And I am sensing there is this feeling of manipulation, right? So whatever this karmic is doing, whatever is it that they're saying, they're trying to manipulate your masculine in commitment, in returning, right? But they're holding back. They're really taking their space. They're not wanting this, right? They're resisting. It's like within them, they're thinking, I don't want to do this again. No matter what happens, no matter what's that unexpected outcome, no matter what your manipulation is, I don't want to go back. I don't want to do this with you again. So they're really trying to hold back. They know that soul contract. So maybe still some time is needed for them to truly close that soul contract with this person. The reason karmics return is because we haven't learned all our lessons, right? So again, masculines act in a very subconscious way. So he wouldn't be thinking, oh, what do I have to learn for this karmic to disappear forever? But this person is trying to like pull them back into their life through manipulation, through maybe things that worked in the past. But I think it's like they're not seeing, they're breaking a pattern here. They're holding back, they're taking their time, they're not acting from a place of, and maybe that's also why the success was granted, so they could feel a little bit more comfortable and confident with themselves and actually have the energy to say no to this person. Okay, let's do their energy. What's going on in their energy? I wish this could be last part, because I don't like to go longer than 6. But let's see, what's the energy? How is this masculine feeling? Yeah, confirmation, that's nice. 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. Okay, these two came together. Okay, so the first one was the 6 of Wands, which is beautiful energy, and it's a confirmation they have achieved some sort of a success. It's the same energy that orange success card, 6 of Wands, triumph, right? Victory, congratulations. So something happened. I'm hearing congratulations. So something happened that people would actually congratulate them, and I feel it's related to their life, their career, right? So like I said, a new job, a new position, success in their business, getting promoted, whatever that is. It boosts their confidence, and there was a reason for that. There was two reasons from a divine perspective. One, to feed that energy to you, to help you to go through your newbie lack of self-esteem on your new journey. And other thing was to give them confidence to resist that karmic that was returning, to truly be able to learn lessons and to close that soul contract with that karmic person. Will it be done immediately? No. I think with that time card that we had, time will be required and will be needed. We have Page of Swords in reverse, and we have 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is a beautiful energy. So they're sitting in a place of confidence. They're sitting in a place of success. They're sitting in a place of fulfillment. Something is happening in their life right now that that they're happy about, which is nice, which is beautiful energy. In the same time, there are certain things that they're refusing to learn, that they're refusing to see for what they are, right? There's certain things that they're not wanting to deal with, right? And I'm sensing this is this karmic energy. They're not entirely learning. There's this lack of willingness to learn. They want to focus on the good things right now, but the negative things, instead of learn and let go, they want to block, they want space. And that's not exactly how we close out karmic patterns and karmic relationships, but that's something that that they need to learn. We have Seven of Cups and Page of Cups. With those two energies, what I'm hearing is that they're really sitting in a place of dreaming, right? So there is this sense, yes, there is resistance to learn certain things, but it's because a lot of beautiful things been granted in their life. So they're sitting in this confidence and this happiness, and they're like, I don't want to deal with why would I, interfere and mess up my beautiful, successful energy with now wanting to deal with this karmic. So they're not seeing, Eight of Swords, they're a little bit blinded. They're not seeing why the success was granted, which is a risky approach, because if we're not seeing properly why the success was granted, and we're not appreciating in the sense of it is a push to go on my journey, it gave me energy to close out certain things, it can't be taken away. Because the reason it came to my mind, Justice. There are certain things that divine wants to balance and they're out. It wants to pay out that karma, certain life lessons that they're giving them opportunity to close certain life lessons, but they're resisting a little bit. That's the same energy that you're sharing. Unexpected news. I think this person, whatever that karmic thing is, solar eclipse, they found out in a very unexpected way. It was that unexpected outcome kind of energy. And I feel that you found out about it as well. And it was also a shock. It was also unexpected. We have full moon, 1 month or next full moon. And we have death. Clear purge, transformation, metamorphosis, death, and rebirth. Beautiful energy. And we have solar eclipse 6 months. I'm hearing in Chariot, but in reverse, but it is a situation of progress, right? So what I'm hearing is that they've been granted the success. Right now they feel in their power. They feel good, right? Which is, it's a rare thing for the masculines, because most of this journey, they are in a very bad place, in a very dark place, in a very karmic 3D challenges, difficult, tower moments, right? So it's like divine granted this for them to give them energy to move on this journey. They're not completely seeing it the way they should. They're not using this boost of confidence to close out certain karmics. They kind of still in that shut it down, right? And avoid it, hide from it. So those, I feel there's a lot of unexpected energy. So both the success and the return of the karmic was very unexpected for them, right? I feel that the next 6 months for this masculine will be will bring very big change. I think in the next 6 months, they will manage to close out that particular karmic, right? So they will start to learn. The divine will push and push and push those lessons that they will start to learn. So that death and rebirth, so in the next month, I feel they're going to be riding on a wave of that fulfillment of dreaming about the future. They're going to get hope, they're going to get confidence. They're really going to start understanding in the next month that the good energy, you can use it for other things in your life. And they're going to go through that death and rebirth. They're going to start seeing things in a different way. They're going to transform, right? And once that happens, the remaining months in that next 6 months. They will actually use this energy. It's like now they're blocking it because they want to enjoy the moment of success, right? But once they settle, once they start, and they're going to be shown certain things within the next month, they're going to be like, I'm going to use this to really close out other things in my life, and to really not allow anything to interrupt my happiness and my energy. I hope this was helpful. Focus on your confidence right now, my dear feminine, and just being authentic self, pushing. Your purpose is your purpose, and you know it. No matter what blockage appears, it's just to test your perseverance. It's just to test your patience. Remember, good things come to those who wait. You're planting seeds right now. Everything has to happen, and everything happens for a reason. I love you so incredibly much. Have an amazing week.